Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic, the opening night. We've had two games so far. Ladies game, Harrison Trimble Trojans over the Bernice McNaughton Highlanders. We've had a guys game. The Bernice McNaughton Highlanders came back and won the men's game over the Riverview High School Royals, and those were mere appetizers for the for the meal that we were about to have. We got an all-star crew in the booth. We got an all-star crew on the coaching staffs. We got an all-star crew doing the referees. This is a real job.
It's like the Grammys out here. Like, this is a big night.
And that voice you hear, friends, is the one, the only, Taya Bailey.
Yes.
First of many times you're going to be joining me this week. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. This is going to be a good night and a good weekend.
It is.
Hoop Classic is a special thing.
We have a Hoop Classic.
Yep.
And when we say special referees, we're not joking. We got the man who refereed the Dream Team Olympic final, Mr. Dick Steves. And we got an all-around good guy and all-star referee in his own right, and Scott Wood.
Yeah.
We got Norval McConnell and Neil Smith on one bench. We got RJ, Ryan Johnson on the other. I mean,
it's a party tonight.
This is just, it doesn't get much better than this.
Oh, yeah, and there's going to be some players on the floor.
Do you think? We have to talk about them?
There's people going to play basketball tonight.
We have to talk about them. All right, so tonight's matchup, guys, is gals out there, is the Moncton High School Purple Knights and the Harrison Trimble Trojans. Now, these teams come in at a little different spot in their growth. The Harrison Trimble Trojans are looking to grow probably towards next year as a team that looking to defend for the provincial title, that kind of level.
Yep.
Moncton High, they're about this year.
Yep.
They got a veteran squad. They got a huge squad. They got a squad that Neil Smith says, when they're healthy, is the biggest team probably in the province. Okay. And he ain't lying as far as I can see. Now, that key point is when they're healthy. They're down a couple of guys, namely Feli Njai up front.
That's a big one. That's a big loss.
Yeah, and big is the operative word. He's a big dude, and he does everything for them, and he is a guy that Neil Smith says is an AUS prospect, and he's not wrong there. And the opening tip goes to the Moncton High Purple Knights, and an immediate turnover. Trimble coming back the other way.
Definitely going to have that under control.
That's not the play they called off the tip. I'm just guessing.
No.
So, yeah, like I say, different experience levels here. Trimble not as experienced, but they play hard. They play hard. And Moncton High, they're looking to build towards something bigger this year, but they are excited about the Hoop Classic, and they want to win this. They're not going to be healthy and fully engaged until Friday, so they got to make it through a couple of these early games without trying to get a couple wins and make it to the crossovers.
Absolutely.
So, friends, as I warned the first two crowds listening to our games, at the first, we have not seen these guys play in 2 years. So it's going to be a lot of number 10 passes to number 4 for a bit until I learn everybody. So please, as always.
But we will figure it out. I am sitting
me.
next to the man, the myth, the legend himself as well, Mr. Dave Tingley himself.
Oh, boy, I don't know if any of those words are true.
He will get this figured out.
I don't know if any of those words are true. So running the point for the Trojans is number 4, Austin Trites. Dustin Barry gets off a 3 and knocks it in.
Down. Well, I mean, Moncton High's opening in a zone, so you're going to have to be able to shoot the ball to have success out here.
And that is a zone that Neil Smith says they're going to be playing a lot. That is not because they're playing Harrison Trimble. That is because he doesn't feel they have a strong enough perimeter defense to play with teams, to defend properly at this point in his season. He needs guys at the end of his bench to step up and play better defense so they feel like they can go back and forth between man and zone. And Austin Trites knocked to the floor and a foul on, looks like Kevin Lee, first foul of the game for Moncton High. And they're going to stay in that zone, and they're going to play it most of the time, according to Coach Neil Smith. And that is, and I alluded to you before the game, Ryan Johnson as, don't worry fans, nobody died. And
we're
good.
all okay.
We're good. No problem. It's just it scared me though. All right, I'm good now. Johnson talked about playing a real committee approach. These guys need everybody to contribute on both ends of the floor. They don't have a real go-to scorer as Number 6 for MHS, that is Andrew Smith. Pardon me, at number 8, excuse me. Xander Envert lays it in for 2 points for MHS, and they take the early lead 4-3, and a couple threes now. Trying to shoot MHS out of that zone are the Trojans. And a big guy with good feel out there for Harrison Trimble. That's number 11, Nigel Miller.
Got lost on the help though on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a learning process on both ends of the floor for a lot of these players. For Ryan Johnson, a lot of them are playing. This is their first experience at varsity.
Right.
A lot of them, some of them were on the team last year, but it's that case of COVID. They only got 4 games in, so they're really not. They're almost like rookies still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. He done there on the baseline. Off to a hot start of the Trojans. Austin Trites nails the baseline J. And it's 8-6 now. Trojans over the Purple Knights. Taylor McGovern gives the ball up. Dylan Pierrick, and he's going to try to stroke the jump shot from the top of the key. It doesn't go. And rebounded nicely by Dustin Berry, and he goes coast to coast.
And that's an easy way to beat a zone. Get out in transition and keep running, and it's hard to set your defense if you're going to play a set defense. And I
have a feeling that Ryan Johnson discussed that before the game. Hey guys, look, they're huge. They're going to play back in the zone. Let's beat them down the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And off a screen nicely is Dylan Pierrick.
Great pass.
Very nice pass. A layoff to his big man partner, Chris Nicholson, for 2. And they are a big tandem in there, even without.
This Moncton High group's a big team.
They're big. He said they're the biggest team in the province, and
Yeah.
I believe him. Not only on the inside, but on the wing, they got some long arm guys there. But again, using the quickness of the Trojans to beat the big guys inside.
Well, the one thing that's for sure is that the hoop is 10 feet on both ends. So.
So wise.
We
wise.
just got to roll the thing out and play, see what happens,
and
right?
And a missed bunny there from Nicholson. And rebounded inside by Taylor McGovern. And Anivert gets him into the offense, uses the screen on with Nicholson. And a nice step back J there.
Very good shot.
That was pretty.
You can see that both teams are trying to set a different type of tone for pace today. So Trimble obviously wants to get out and run and attack the zone, or at least get out in transition.
Yep.
Moncton High wants to put you in the half-court situation where you've got to deal with these big bodies. And it's going to be fun to watch how they figure that out against each other.
Really good contrasting styles for sure. And Trimble's off to a really good start. And another little fadeaway, and Anivert's got the feel early. Little step back 2 and says, let me take it back out to 3 and try my luck.
He's definitely feeling a type of way tonight.
And another 3 on the wing. This one hard off the glass from Miller. Doesn't go down.
Currently, he's the smallest guy on the floor for a big team. He's just getting it in. He's letting them know.
Oh, Anivert rejects the screen this time, goes to his right, and says I can go left or right and knock that J down. And splits the defense there to Strites. And again using the quickness inside. Lucas Crossman finishes with the left. And he's had a good start. That's what they need. They need contributions from everybody, and they're getting it. Oh, nice movement. Nicholson just doesn't have the touch. He's normally the backup that comes in off the bench. Oh,
because of the pace that Moncton that Harrison Trimble's trying to play with too. Moncton High has to be careful of those turnovers or those missed layups. You can't give away those opportunities because the game's going to be quick, and the Moncton High team right now is shorthanded. So you want to make sure that you're giving yourself every opportunity that you have, especially when it's close to the hoop. You want to make sure you're giving yourself an opportunity to finish.
Absolutely. And John Van Wart checks into the game, big guy for Trimble. He's had a bit of a knee problem, was limited in his movement, and look at that give and go. Boy, picking them apart. Barry and Trites making for a good combo here early, using their quickness. Moncton's having a tough time guarding in the zone here. Nicholson with a good catch. That was a tough catch from him. Barry all over the place early for the Trojans. Disrupting things, but Man, I'm really impressed so far with Anivert.
Yes.
From Moncton High. He's
Yeah.
going to cause problems here. He's gone with the screen, scored. He's rejected the screen and scored.
He's knocked down a step back.
Yep. Made some nice passes, and he's in there defensively too. So we have to learn to do our golf voice at some point. Gets quiet in here.
Nope. People will know I'm here. Nope.
I tried to do that. Well, who am I kidding? Come on. The heat check with the time running out on the shot clock. Yeah, and he's looking to the bench saying, hey, guys, let me know. I didn't know until it was really late in the clock that I need to get that up. Looking for some communication there. And Trites off to Barry. Inside to Van Wart. Moves it to the corner, and Crossman goes baseline, and a nice pass. Just spills out for Van Wart. And again, using their quickness well. Oh, and a nice give and go on this end now. But Lee.
It'll be interesting to see how Harrison Trimble responds to these bigs running for Moncton High. Like, I'm pleasantly shocked or surprised how well the bigs are running for the Purple Knights right now.
Yeah, but Trimble's doing a superb job so far of staying with this more experienced and bigger Moncton team. Ooh, Anivert. Thought that might have been his heat check, but no. He gives it up, and Pierrick in and out. Crash the boards does McGovern, but he loses it. It's going to go back to the Trojans. And again, Trites and Barry, these two kind of feisty backcourt mates have really dug their nose in on both ends of the floor and won possessions for the Trojans so far. As we roll to 2:28 left in the first quarter, a really entertaining first quarter so far of this game. Good pace to it. Good intensity, good effort from both teams.
Absolutely.
You know, the empty gym sometimes, but it seems to be there's a good atmosphere. The volunteers are allowed to be in the gym, and the crowd is the limited crowd is making a little bit of noise, and the guys are really into it on both sides. And a stuff there by Nicholson. Van Wart took it in, not strong enough. Gentry Leet into the game for MHS. Hands back to Anivert, swings it all the way over. Pierrick tries another three, short, but nice box out by Van Wart there on Nicholson. And Barry comes back the other way. He's going to try a three. He was feeling himself a little bit there. He went to the bench and went, sorry, my bad.
Yep. Sometimes from a coaching perspective, hey, you already know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No coaching to be done. Yeah. I know what I did. And Leet drops it off. Pierrick, it wasn't there inside, looking for McGovern. And nice ball fake. Can he finish? No, too strong off the glass was Trites.
I mean, even with that miss, I like how in control of the game Trites is being so far this game. Like this.
Yeah, that wasn't an out of control force. It was just it was a missed shot. Good ball fake. I like what they're doing. That's their recipe for success in this game. If they're gonna have success, if they're gonna win this game, it's gonna be pushing and take advantage of that. So you can't not push it and take that opportunity for sure. So Nigel Miller back in the game for Trimble. Hit a big three early, and a nice set out of the out of bounds play. Little rub screen there, gets McGovern a lay-in. Ryan Johnson had that was a big head roll there on that one as Miller lost him back door. Ball fake goes baseline, and that roll was there. And I would put the blame for that one on Nigel Miller if I'm. Ooh, but a missed right-handed layup.
Off a very good outlet pass.
Absolutely. Gentry Leet misses that easy one. He's going to want that one back. In the corner. Trites tries his luck again, in and out. And rebounded by Evan Aru into the game for the first time. Anivert sets up Aru in the short corner. Misses, and Miller breaks out. Kick back out, Miller.
Great pass.
A very nice pass, and a nice 1-2 pass, and just not a finish there from Lucas Tower. Really well done by Barry.
Great stop on transition as well.
Oh, Barry's everywhere. All over the floor. And that was I don't know if that was a matter of a guy not being ready to catch a pass or the guy leading him wrong. A little miscommunication
I
there.
think it was a little bit of the game dictating that transition there needed to stop.
Stop.
We're just going to get a whistle here and get you guys regrouped.
Let's pull that back out. And 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Back door goes Trimble. Just a little too far for Trites from Miller.
That's not to say that old Brendan Belmar over there wouldn't have hit that shot on that catch. It was
Not
a great. It was in his pocket.
No, not a chance. Oh, the clock. I don't think they noticed that the clock. Oh, no. Who am I kidding? Did I not think that Dick Steves was going to notice that the clock ran?
Right. I mean,
Come on, man. He refereed Magic. Of course he's going to notice.
right. We're talking about the guy who, he controls me with a look. And when I'm playing, like, I'll go to say something and he'll just look at me, and it's one of those, been around here before you were alive looks. So I just kind of move on.
And Annivert's going to try to move on from that attempt. He's so far out. He hit the ceiling with his attempted three to end the quarter, and it ends in a 18-16 deficit for Moncton High, and what qualifies for me as a mild surprise to start off this game with the, like we discussed, differences in experience and that sort of thing in this game so far. So, it's but listen, you play the games for a reason.
Yep.
And if Moncton thought, well, we can coast without NJI for a couple games because we're more superior talent-wise, they didn't prepare themselves for how hard the Trimble was going to play this first quarter.
Right, and there's always something to be said for having to play against a team that wants to beat you regardless. You still have to show up ready to take that on, regardless of who's in your roster that night, right?
Well, that's just it. A Trimble Moncton High game, no matter what, it doesn't matter what the talent difference is.
There's an intensity to it.
There's going to
happen.
And then you put that in the Hoop Classic, and you jack that up an extra 10%.
Right.
So these guys haven't seen the Hoop Classic, and it didn't happen last year. They didn't. I don't think they played last year, actually, Moncton High and Trimble, even once.
Not that I know.
So yeah, even in those 4 games. So yeah, a real difference. So listen, kids, up on our screen there, you can see our title sponsor, DNA Swag, the Hoop Classic. So we're going to periodically thank our sponsors here. We couldn't have done it, especially this year. We couldn't have done this without the sponsors. And DNA Swag, we got to thank. And I'm going to put up some more people here on the list. And there's Crandall University. You must love the look of this gym.
I love it.
Being a former Crandall guy and a still Crandall lover.
Yeah, Jim has done a great job in the athletic department with what's going on here. It's beautiful to watch. I'm a big fan. I'm super proud of this place and like really happy for the athletes.
Yep.
It's been a lot of years of trying to get some things done for them, and so now to see that those things are coming to fruition for these young people is it's special. It's good because there's good kids playing this program and all the sports. So it's good to see that they're getting the treatment.
Yeah, they're not done yet. We mentioned in an earlier game they're going to redo the floor this weekend and have some thick baseline chargers there. Make it look really sharp. So
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So it should the way it should be in here. So reset 18-16 Moncton High. Pardon me, I think I was saying Trimble was in the lead. Excuse me, people. Moncton High is the home team. 18-16 Moncton High as we start the second quarter, and there's a turnover. Annivert.
I'm expecting you to lead, brother.
Looking back door for Andrew Smith. Listen, man, I got to do the stuff I got to pay attention to up here. I got to make sure that you're, behaving yourself. I got to.
Sounds like excuses and not solutions, but what do I know? I'm going to get back to the game. So Moncton High to inbound.
And that was the kind of play you want to use your quickness to beat the zone, but you can't force a pass like that. And it's turnover central. Man, I've said the word turnover so many times today already. The kids are playing their butts off, but there's definitely some early season jitters / all the teams are in the same. Most of the teams are in the same boat. Some of them are even worse off than others. The BMH girls got started so late because of field hockey. They were renting space at the YMCA just to out of their own pocket just to get practices in. So all these teams have had not enough practice.
Right.
And you can see it right there. The little things are happening that's And here, I did it again, kids. I left up the thing on the screen too long, the sponsors. So
Good basketball out here. Good basketball out
I
here.
swear I'm not going to do that all weekend.
I am not committing.
Evan Aru with the turnaround that you can actually
yes.
see now that I've let you watch. And another turnover for Trimble. So a messy start here for Harrison Trimble to the second quarter. Down 4.
Just so you know, folks, I am staying off Twitter for the weekend.
Oh, boy. Xander Annevert. Again, another tool in the toolbox, a little floater. So he's showing the inside and the outside game. Running things is Xander so far in this game. And a nice kick out to Miller from Trites. Passes up to 3. Skip pass to Barry. Step back. And boy, in and out. But a nice rebound there from Tower. Another kick out to Trites, but he's long with his 3 attempt.
The other thing, too, is that, like when we talk about the early season jitters and stuff like that, we also got to be mindful, too, like for the local teams, anything with the title Hoop Classic on it is going to bring a higher level of intensity for them as well.
Yeah.
So, like, some of these kids who have grown up
Yeah.
waiting to play in this tournament.
Yeah.
Right? And so, yeah, there's going to be a high level of nervousness and excitement, and, you know, and that mixture can be a lot.
Oh, it can. And, I think the Moncton High coaches want that to be kicked out. And, he does. Man, impressed by Nicholson there. He got it in a paint touch and kick out for a shot, and then a missed defensive rebound for Trimble. That was ugly. Corrected by Aru. Smith back in the corner to Annevert, and he's going to pop a 3. And it didn't go down. Nobody crashed in the glass for Moncton High. Easily collected in the corner by Miller. And Trites is going to set them up. Swings to Miller. Boy, a little bit of a didn't go as hard as he needed to there.
And you're gonna want to go strong in that situation. Again, you're playing against big guys, and you know the one thing I've learned. I can't lie. I just shoot the ball. I don't. I'm not gonna go any further with that one.
What do you know about being in the paint?
But from watching a lot of basketball, I understand that one of the things big guys don't necessarily want to be challenged at the hoop either, right?
No.
So go at them
because they don't want to get in foul trouble.
Right.
Yep.
Go at them.
Yep. So Miller with a long 3 with his feet set. He wanted it, he took it, he made it, and it's back to a 3-point game. And Kevin Lee running the show up top now for Moncton High. Takes the screen from Nicholson. Late in the clock, he's got to get it up. Does Annevert. Doesn't hit rim, and that's a turnover. Good effort there from the Trojans, and they're coming in with some wholesale changes. 3 in, 3 out. Van Wart back in. And Drew Hardy in for the Trojans. And a mistake, miscommunication there.
They were just giving you a chance to check your notes. Get a little stoppage, get the notes checked.
Exactly. And Kevin Lee. Shot fake, back to Annevert. Calls the screen from Pierrick. Gets it, has his feet set. Long 3. And another air ball going back to the Trojans.
And there we have a timeout. Moncton High gets a timeout, going to get control of things.
And our timeouts, as always, sponsored by Mark Beverly Wealth Management Dominion Services for the RBC. Thanks to Mark for the sponsorship this week. And yeah, this is kind of the look of every of the other 2 games so far. Both teams playing hard, playing max effort, all kinds of intensity, but just lots of early season jitters and mistakes and stuff. And we think, I really think you're going to see a prettier brand of basketball. It's been entertaining,
right? But
it's going to be prettier brand of basketball as the week goes on, as these guys settle in.
Absolutely, and once you get that first one under your belt, you realize it's really still the same court you've been playing on wherever you play. It's just wood with a yellow, with an orange thing hanging up there from the ceiling.
The old scene from Hoosiers.
Right?
Measure it. Everything's 10 feet. Everything's, yeah.
Right?
You're right.
Like, I love that movie, but I try my best to kind of make sure that I reword things in a way that it doesn't, like everything I say doesn't give credit to a movie. I want people to think that I'm slightly smart on my own. But so
I think the cat's out of the bag on that
so
one.
all of the stuff I'm quoting all of the time, I try to change the words up a little bit so it sounds like it's coming from me. There's my secret. Back to basketball.
and I remember to take the sign off of it so people can actually watch the game now. There we go. And the camera person. Yes, we're all adjusting. We're all not in midseason form, but there we go. So Andrew Smith sets his feet off a feed from Anivert, but it doesn't go. Rebound back the other way. And Hardy to the corner, missed side, but Van Wert collects it. And he gets called for a travel first before the foul. And I think RJ's going to have a talk with.
I think he already is.
Yeah. About that. And that is a careless turnover from Anivert. And
Neil's more of the talk to you later type.
And he and Pierrick are having a little discussion. But yeah, I mean, Moncton's definitely missing the presence of a deeper bench right now.
And it's noticeable.
It is. It is. And you can tell who is in basketball shape and who isn't.
Right.
And a messy double dribble there from Barry. And it's not on, not to say that these kids weren't working hard to get into good shape, but if you're playing, say, a different sport at the start of the school year, or basketball is your only sport, it does take some time to get into basketball condition. As we're ones to talk about basketball condition up here, but these kids are, they haven't had as many practices as they and conditioning as they would have in a normal year.
And I mean, regardless of how much practicing you do at the start of the year, it's not the same as being in a game.
Nope. So in a typical year, these kids would have more games, a lot more practices, a lot more conditioning in before the Hoop Classic. This is almost like a tip-off tournament in a way, even though there's been other tournaments, other games. This is a tip-off. And with the snow day yesterday, everybody lost another practice, right?
Yep.
So, everybody's coming here off a day off. There's a missed three from the corner and a rebound from Moyo Jafuya.
Great pass, kick out.
Just a little strong there from Van Wert, but right play by Trimble. And they're hanging around. Their defense is keeping them in it. Passed up a three there. Does McGovern. Pierrick gets held on the way inside. And Anivert will key it in. 4:39 remaining, second quarter, 22-19. Moncton High over Harrison Trimble in our third and final game of the opening night of the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic. Dave Tingley here with Taya Bailey for the first time of many times this week.
Yeah, we're going to be together quite a bit.
I know, man. It's a shame, really. I say that with extreme. Oh, man, that was a good feed, and just a missed bunny there.
Not to worry,
by
my
Nicholson.
friend. I brought my mints.
Very sarcastic. I promise you, I will enjoy every second of this. I'm doing every single game, guys and girls, this week, and I'm trying to make it sound like it's a bad thing, like, oh, give me sympathy, when in fact I'll enjoy every second of it, and nobody should feel bad for me at all. But I'll try to engender some, fake sympathy. Oh, and a nice move inside, but the rejection. Good movement there, though, from Trimble. They got what they wanted again, just didn't convert. Trying to get another defensive stop. Nice 1-2. They passed up an open shot twice. But it worked out for him as Dylan Pierrick sneaks in and collects the missed Nicholson shot and lays it in.
That's also a part of not having your full roster, right? Like some guys don't hesitate to take those shots.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not in the lineup and you're used to giving them those shots, it's hard to make that adjustment. But you just got to be confident and get to it.
Oh, and a nice hit ahead by Anivert. And McGovern lays it in.
I'm really impressed with this Anivert play, Anivert kid.
Looks great. We've had some really good point guards in these early games. The Bernice McNaughton backcourt was dominant. There's another backcourt guy having a strong day today. Dustin Berry.
He obviously was not impressed with my first comment. Okay. I understand. Message received.
Trying some trapping here of the Trojans, maybe trying to hurry up the offense a little bit for play at a quicker pace. Oh, and a nice look inside, but Pierrick was not ready for that no-looker from McGovern. Didn't seal his man. That's going up. And a little too deep on the weak side crash in there for the Trojans. Some more substitutions. Miller's back in. Tower, Crossman also. And there looks like they're playing a zone now as well. Oh, led Pierrick a little bit too much, but finds its way to the corner for a wide open three, and Pierrick looks banged up. They're going to blow the whistle.
A little slow getting up this time.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about, I mentioned how Neil Smith, the Moncton coach, said, I don't trust our perimeter defense quite enough to play man-to-man. Talk about what his reasoning is there, why he goes to a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, well, if you're playing against quick, solid guards for Trimble, and if you're going to get beat off the perimeter in one-on-one situations, then sometimes the best thing to do is defend. The same as RJ has to play by committee. Sometimes you have to defend by committee, and I hate the term hiding somebody on defense, but I mean it's the best way I can say it. You can if you have any weaker defenders anywhere, then you can stick them in a zone, and as long as they do their job in that and they understand their rotations and where they're supposed to be and how to cover for each other, they can actually you can make a bad defensive player play really good defense. Yeah. If he knows what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, for sure. So Dylan's hopped up. That's a good sign. It looks like he's holding his neck and shoulder area. So hopefully he's okay. They're banged up enough as it is.
And I mean, when I look at this Purple Knights team on the defensive end, like there's a few spots where I think in a one-on-one, man-to-man situation, some of these quicker players for Trimble are just going to beat you. Yeah. And that's an easy way to have a guy go off for 25, 30 on you,
right?
And you take a quick loss.
Yeah, absolutely. So and you got to be, but there's man-to-man principles in all zones, and you got to be solid. Just because you're playing zone, it's not rest time. It's not we're hiding you so you don't have to do anything. It's everybody's got to be on the same page as we go to a timeout.
Yeah, and I find even in that, like, communication even has to be better than it does in a man-to-man situation when you're playing a zone.
Sure. So, and I want to that gives us a chance to get in a quick mention here of Advanced Health and Physiotherapy. They're providing physio assistance for the men's games. Keystone Physio, we'll mention them right now too. They give all the physio. They provide physio for the women's games. So Advanced Health and Physio will be helping out Mr. Pierrick and hopefully get that neck and shoulder situation straightened out for the second half for him. So 26-21, and it's another kind of lower scoring game than we expected. We expected kind of a little bit higher scoring just from the talent on both ends of the floor, but defense is ahead of offense oftentimes at this time of year. Taya, would you agree?
100%. And again, both teams are playing like they're getting in passing lanes, they're being aggressive, and they're forcing guys to take quick shots.
Yeah. And they're playing without fouling too. Yeah. I mean, Moncton High, no fouls in this quarter. Trimble only 2, and they're playing super aggressive. I mean, playing hard and playing without fouling. So Moncton High down another guy though. So this is a gettable game now if you're the Trimble Trojans. I mean, before you thought, if we play well, do some good things, maybe we'll stay with them. I don't know if anybody but maybe them and their parents thought they were going to be super competitive in this game, but they're doing a great job. And look at that inbounds play.
Inbounds play.
So well executed. Miller blocked out the big guy and laid in by Crossman. And Trimble says, I don't care who thinks we're ready to play. And wouldn't you know it, I blocked you out, fans. Man, we need a third person in the booth to do this properly. We need Mark Jackson, Kevin Harlan.
Moving on, back to back.
Oh, fans, I'm sorry. We'll run the replay back at the quarter break. And Annevert, speaking of highlights, another spin move and a soft touch, and it's back to a 5-point lead. So maybe in the corner of the screen you saw that nice inbounds play, hopefully.
Yeah, so
oh, look at Nicholson picking his pocket.
So Annevert as a grade 11 player, I noticed that was a very veteran, smart decision he made. Like, okay, we need a basket. Nobody's really playing well right now. Let me just take it upon myself and actually get downhill and go get one. Great job.
Yeah, for sure. And in our first men's game, and we'll do Bernice McNaughton later in the week, but in the first men's game, if you like his game, you're going to love the veteran point guards for the Bernice McNaughton Highlanders. Their backcourt dominated the game against Riverview.
Nice.
Cooper Carson, Jack Orozco, and whom I forget? Oh, Caleb Velarde. Veterans, grade 12s, all 20-point scorers almost in that first game, and dominated Riverview defensively. So a lot of good point guard play, and you got to have veteran point guard play to win tournaments like this. Look at that. Oh, well set up for three and just short. And he wanted that one, and so did the Trimble bench. That would have brought him to three here with 1:39 remaining second quarter. And this is a situation where you want to win these last 2 minutes in these situations of every. You coach to this too, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You coach to these end of half situations. And good battle defensively there on that possession by Trimble. They win the ball. And lucky he got away with the travel there. And almost the turnover.
Andrew Smith got bumped on the knee down here on the defensive end, having a hard time. He's going to come out now.
Jeepers, more injury problems for Moncton. How many guys they got left on that bench?
I was just thinking this is exactly what MHS does not need.
Ooh. Well cut off there on the baseline by Nicholson. Trimble's going to try to attack again, but again, more hands there. And look who it is.
Another great attack, drawing a foul.
Good job by Annevert. On both ends of the floor he's getting his hands on a lot of stuff down there in that zone. And Trimble's just not doing it. They're dribbling before they look really on that against that zone.
Yep.
And they weren't doing that early on. They were moving they were giving and going, and they were dribbling the ball with a purpose.
Right.
Now it's more of a dribble the ball to pound it out against the floor.
And to your earlier point too, like what Annevert's doing now, this is the stuff, putting points on the board with the clock stop. Like this is that winning the last 2 minutes of a quarter that you were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Making good, smart decisions.
Because before in the earlier game in the same situation, Riverview was up late with 2 minutes left in the second quarter to Harrison Trimble, and they won the last 2 minutes 7-0. Went in the half down 3, and then came out in the third quarter with that momentum. So you want to build a momentum here, and that's probably not the shot that they wanted. Quick pass, one pass, launch three. There's Annevert. Ooh, dancing. Look at his handles.
Oh, he's definitely taking control of this game.
Yeah. And he's going to have to.
Yep.
It's going to have to be him, probably be the main man. Look at that feed. Big man's got to finish, and he does.
I'm enjoying his leadership more than anything else. Like, he's making good decisions as far as when they need something, he's going to get it. He's still trying to keep people involved, and he's playing good defense, right? Like,
nice. Well done there by Nicholson stepping in, picking it off. And now 10 seconds left in the half, and this ball, I'm guessing, won't leave Annevert's hands. Get out.
Ooh.
Oh, and a follow at the buzzer.
And we're going to count it.
That is good from Aru with the crash at the buzzer.
Finish. That's why you never give up on a play, kids.
And Moncton High won that last 2 minutes going away and goes into the break with an 11-point lead over the Trojans. And the Trojans got to feel like, man, we played really well. Probably deserved a little better fate than that. But Moncton High, give them credit, down guys, down two more guys. And they go in, and it's all really, Xander Annevert.
Yep. Lots of leadership on that guy right there. Like he's doing a great job as far as running his team. And I mean that's what again, that's what you want from a point guard, right? That's what you want. You want a guy who can actually, if you need a bucket, he can go get you one. If you need, but we need people to be involved. He can take care of that. Like just he's doing a great job. I'm very impressed.
And he's running the defense too. He's quarterbacking that down there as well. So really impressive stuff. So we're going to go to the break here. Moncton High, 34, Trimble 23. We'll see you back here in 8. And welcome back, fans, to the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic. We're having a terrible time here in the gym watching basketball. I cannot wait until, I can't wait till all the games, but I can't wait until Saturday till some people can actually be in here. And hopefully some of you people listening are amongst that crew that's going to be able to be in here on Saturday, add a little bit more atmosphere. But it's actually... Well, it's actually not a downer atmosphere in here. It's weird. I thought it would be really, like, it's, you know, there's some activity going on. There's some volunteers. There's some people around. So there's a little bit of a buzz in here. And the kids are playing really hard.
Yeah.
There's an intensity level that I wasn't sure would be here. And it's kind of a hilarious sight, fans, as the camera moves when you look and see who's sitting on the Moncton bench right now. It's pretty thin. And Trimble with first possession gets a good bounce, can't finish. They keep it alive, though, to the corner and run down in the corner. Trimble gets a second opportunity, shot opportunity. And inside.
I have to think that Coach Johnson was a little bit unhappy with how close this game, like where this game is right now, or and we're unmuted.
All right, and we're back. Fans, we might have a little bit of this from time to time this weekend, so thank you for staying with us. And as Annevert pushes the ball, gets hammered a little bit with an inadvertent elbow from Miller. And off Miller out of bounds, and Moncton High is here going to inbound.
A little bit of animation there from Coach Neil Smith. That's what I've been waiting for. That's why I came. That's why I got in the car tonight.
I can't believe we had to wait this long. I'm mad.
Yeah, I do feel a little bit ripped off.
and nice spacing there for Moncton High, but the pass just let him a little too long. I like the movement from Nicholson, though. The Trimble's eyes were moving towards Pierce, setting that screen, and he went back door. He had a little bit of an opening, just let him a little too much. Are we on? We are. All right. Miller wants that three, doesn't take it. Down in the corner, and the reverse right-hander from Lucas Crossman is good. Trimble needs some more of that, and they need to put the lid on Xander Annevert. But there's another three up, and the follow off of the miss from Kevin Lee by Nicholson. And he's done an admirable job in the middle tonight, replacing.
Great pass by Trites inside.
What a pass by Trites. You're right. We've seen some great point guard play today. I love it. Here's another stellar point guard making the good decision there. Kicks it to inside to Pierrick. McGovern back to Annevert. Nicholson. He's been passed into some tough spots by his mates there lately. Excuse me, it was Avery Hopper that was the recipient of that nice pass and the finish at the other end on that previous possession there.
I think too there's a lot of possibility for Trimble to actually make a good run and get back into this game. Ooh. I mean, so long as they defend that stuff.
Yeah, McGovern, that's an awkward looking release, but he got it to go. Looked like he wasn't set, but he got it in. Had the touch, and another Trimble turnover. And this is getting a little bit away from them now. 15-point lead with Annevert running the show. That spells doom if they don't start scoring the ball a little more effectively. Neil Smith loved that effort. Wants to see McGovern put that ball and go, and he did just that. Annevert to inbound, and a nice
great
look for Nicholson. Little inadvertent buzzer from the bench. No harm, no foul. Barry attacks, looks back door, and he just had to lead him a little bit more. And I see why he was hesitant. Hopper was a little bit hesitant to go himself, almost like he was a little bit worried about going down there with the trees, but he had a wide open possibility, and a missed three, but
Great follow.
oh, followed by McGovern and didn't go. Miller with the rebound and the outlet in one motion, and then has a three opportunity, puts it on the glass. One-handed floater. Whew. That was a tough shot. And a big make from Miller, ending the Schneid, back to a 15-point lead. Again, Trimble doing an admirable job defensively. 44 points at this point in the third quarter is not a huge number for a solid Moncton team.
Right.
And another turnover. And he's going to challenge Annevert. Is Austin Trites, and he's going to go to the line.
These are my favorite.
We're laughing at the exchange here
Yeah.
between Neil Smith and Dylan Pierrick.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before he stands up and takes control of the
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, get your butt over here. You're not understanding what I'm telling you. Yeah, he wanted that ball to go inside, and Dylan didn't feel like he had the angle. And Neil's trying to tell him, that's why you put the ball on the floor once.
Yeah.
Create a better angle to get that ball in there.
It was not about your feelings.
And Evan Aru's going to check into the game for Moncton, and he's a good story. He tore his knee up in his first practice last year as a grade 11.
Wow.
And lost the whole year. So he, a year that you're going to lose, that's the year to lose. But
Absolutely.
still, he lost some development time, but he's their first. He loves him. He's their first big off the bench, loves how he bangs and how physical he is. So good on Evan to get that knee back into shape, get out here for his grade 12 year. He's got a good team that he's playing on, a team that has a chance, that his coach feels, to get to the Aiken Center. Oh, and what a step in by Barry, and he just got robbed. Bad luck. The ball hit the referee on the way by. But another good effort inside by Lucas Crossman is on a rejection. They got
run.
3-on-2. And Barry challenges him. And Lee commits the foul, and Barry's going to the line. Good sportsmanship. Lee hops up and gives him 5.
Made the right call in the moment.
He did. Dick Steves comes over, says if that was me, I'd be dead, so I want to make sure you're okay.
He just came over to let him know how cool he was.
You think he's the king of cool, don't you?
I
Dick
do.
Steves?
Like if I was asked like who is the coolest man on, like they have those they
most
used to have
interesting man in the world.
Right.
You
Yeah.
think you think Dick Steves should be the
think,
next most interesting man?
No,
in the
I
world?
think Dick Steves is the coolest man in the world, and it should be noted. Like there should be something on TV.
There should be an asterisk at the bottom of the screen during those commercials.
Like
you think?
when have you ever seen an official walk with a strut? Like he's got swag on the floor as a ref. Like they're supposed to be boring. Like that's not. Dick's my guy.
Oh my, Dustin Berry brings him back to 11. If they can get this down under, it's always that mental barrier of the single digits. You get it back into that single digits.
Yep.
Oh, and he earned it. Yes, saw that coming. He earned himself an offensive foul. He dug down and playing Annevert and Nicholson, and Annevert, he sped Annevert up, and that foul's actually on Annevert. Nicholson was coming over to set that screen. Annevert wasn't patient, didn't wait for it. And Miller felt like he earned a foul there, but he was cut off by Aru, and the ball banged off the back of the backboard and back to Moncton High. So wasted opportunity there, and Barry looks like he might have hurt himself. Calling for a sub. He's a tough dude. He wouldn't be calling for a sub if he didn't need it.
Let
Like
one
he's
fly,
moving.
knock it
Boy,
down.
that's a big one. That's my team needs a bucket. I'm gonna go get one
Yep.
shot from your guy.
Yep.
Oh, look at that back door. Pretty stuff. And that is the pass. If they'd have connected on 3-4 more of those,
Right. Yep.
this game would be a lot different. That's been a turnover all night, but that one got through, and
Austin Treitz led his man perfectly. And Aru's going to go to the line for 2. Yes. The most interesting man in the world.
Telling you.
Pardon me, coolest.
Yes.
You're not claiming interesting. You're claiming cool. So
No, he's got one good story. He's not that interesting. He's just super, super cool.
So we'll see how much rest that Barry needs over there. Hopefully he's able to come right back in. Without him, I think the cause is going to be that much tougher. And Anivert knows it's not there. Swings the ball left-handed. And that is a shot clock violation. And Trimble up off the bench. They know this is we're approaching that end of the quarter. Again, time when you want to win these last few minutes, especially if you're the Trojans right now. Stuck 12. Oh, a nice step through by Crosby. He's rejected.
Yeah, there will be none of that.
No. No. But Nicholson's had a strong game in there. I've liked his work. He's normally a backup guy, but he's shown out tonight.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, and again, like these are the moments when you find out who's going to step up, right? Because somebody has to if you're going to be successful. So.
And the Trimble Trojans creep ever closer. Now it's down to 10. Now, if you're Anivert, you got to feel like, okay, I got to get my team another one here.
And there comes a time, too, when, if you're Moncton High, you just want to see time off the clock. Because the longer this goes, Trimble has such a much longer bench.
They do, but and a bunny missed inside. Ian Fuya just missed that lay-in. That would have been big. It would have got him down to 8.
Great
look at that look. So nice to Aru from Anivert.
And unless they figure out how to deal with Anivert early, like I'm talking right across half get
court.
to him, then he's just going to keep picking your defense apart.
All right, it's good to see Barry.
Come back in
It's good to see Barry coming back in, and that pass is never going to get there. And the depth on their bench behind Barry and Treitz is coming back to haunt them a little bit here, as they bring in youth off the bench and inexperience, and it's costing them here on this little run by Moncton High to go back up 12. But Barry will be coming back in, and that's what they're going to need. They're going to need Barry. He's going to be the guy on Anivert, and if they're going to come back, he's got to pick him up. He's got to pick him up at half court, like you say. He's got to get in his shorts when he earned that possession when he earned the offensive foul from Nicholson. He's got to be.
It's got to happen early.
Yep.
Oh.
My man's in control over here. We got a third man in the booth now. Don't have to worry about.
Jim is stealthy. I didn't even know he was there.
Don't have to worry about me not taking down the timeout thing. It's up to Jim now. It's his fault that stays up there.
Use your words, Jim. We want to know you're with us.
Puts the ball on the floor. Does Barry attacks?
He's back.
Kisses it off the glass.
He's back.
Oh, boy. He went to the Kobe Bryant platelet factory to get to work on whatever it was in his knee that he needed. He came right back out. Oh, nice give to Nicholson. Didn't need the bounce, but it worked out. Oh, I thought it was a disaster when he put that ball on the floor, but
nah,
it worked like a charm for him. Collected and went up, and chance at a three-point play. The man on the line, we need to take a lesson from this man. He's lost 50 pounds to get in the shape that he's in right now.
Oh, I'm doing the post-game interview.
Yep. He's a 6'6" kid who lost 50 pounds, and he wants to play at the next level, and his coach feels like, I think Anivert made that shot harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
But following up on the play was Gentry Leet. It's a big play from Gentry Leet to create a follow-up opportunity here. He's going to the line for 2. But yeah, 50 pounds Nicholson lost. He wants to go to. He had a 25 board game a couple weeks ago at their tournament as well. So he's been showing out. He's playing more minutes with them banged up and with some guys out for various reasons. He's been playing more minutes, but
And super proud of him because even at that age to make that commitment
yeah,
to get that done, right?
Yep.
Like,
a guy like that, one of the ACA teams might want to take a chance on. Guys that size don't come
I was
along.
going to say, yeah, you don't teach length.
Nope.
You can't teach length.
Taken back, and Barry's got a 2-on-1 here. Makes the pass, was behind him a little, but Lucas Tower collected and finished. Back to 13. They need a stop and a score here, I think, to the Trojans. Long. Maru back to McGovern. He's going to try a 3, and it's long. And Trimble's got a chance here to do just that. Look at that look. Van Wart with a 2-pointer. It's a little bit long, but Crossman follows and collects and leaves it inside nicely for Tower. But it's turned over again. And 13 seconds now. And Moncton would be smart to back it out, and Leet does just that. Now he's on the attack again, though.
Draws the foul.
Oh boy. If that doesn't work out for you, your coach is mad, but
Yeah.
Leet with a smart attack gets his body.
Well, sometimes as a player, you got to just make the decision and look at the situation you're in. He knew the defense was playing a little too physical in that moment, so let's attack the hoop.
Yeah, sometimes you play it a little cute at the end of a quarter. You want to take the last shot with
Right.
2 or 3 seconds. Sometimes the opportunity is there a little before that. You can't
is
play, you can't play it that close sometimes. It's like the end. It's like the 2-for-1s in the NBA.
Yeah.
Drive me crazy. Those things never work out.
You and me both.
Oh, jeepers. So so that was smart attack by Leet. What I'm saying is Leet's a smarter player than most of the NBA players. That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's what we're getting at.
Oh, at the buzzer, he's got a chance. And it bounces off the back of the rim, unfortunately, for Dustin Barry. So Trimble will go to the fourth.
They're
with a
hanging around.
15-point deficit.
They're hanging around. I mean, there's a lot that they can't trade baskets with Moncton, but they're not out of this game at this point.
Well, they're not because they've got
32 players.
They've got some. Yes, they've got 32 players. They've also got and 7 coaches. I think they've got a full bench.
That's an NBA team.
Yeah, it is. Is there a trainer and a physiotherapist their own? So they've got. There's definitely. Oh, see, look, the King of Cool is giving us a shout out. I just got a tingle up my back.
Right,
Did you get a tingle up your back?
Man, like I feel different now.
The King, you didn't see it, fans at home, but the King of Cool just gave us wink and a nut. Did we get the wink in the gun?
Yeah, and
Dick
the
Steves?
thing is, you gotta know who it's coming from. So when we describe this wink in the gun, it's not your regular
Yeah.
wink in the gun as you know it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
I full on blushed.
yeah. We gotta get back to basketball.
Sorry, we're doing a basketball game. Oh boy, this is what the people come for. I mean,
Yeah.
What are we gonna talk about the game between the quarters?
Well, when I told my wife I was doing this, she's like, "With Dave?" I said, "Yeah." Oh boy. So here we are. You guys are gonna talk basketball, right? And I was like, "Yeah, we'll fit it in."
Mostly. Mostly.
We'll fit it in there.
Yeah. So not only is Anivert a supremely good player, but this is coming from Neil Smith. He says he's the nicest kid you'll ever meet. Coming from Neil Smith? I didn't think Neil Smith liked any of his players.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know Neil Smith could say nicest and you'll ever meet in the same sentence.
We love Neil.
This is why basketball has to keep happening.
Oh, man. Yes. So, a little word. So we did get some. So I had some conversations with the coaches before all these. I had conversations with all these coaches, or most of them, before these games started. And there were a couple things that were universal amongst them all.
Right.
At some point in every blurb that they gave me about their kids, every single one of them is a good kid. There are no bad kids in this tournament,
Well,
according to the coaches.
that's
And that's not always the case. You don't always get, I love this kid. Sometimes you get, Sometimes you get some negative stuff. I didn't get any negative stuff. Everybody
Awesome.
listens. Everybody is super excited for the kids to get to play in this tournament, just the same way we are. That was our motivation and actually doing the thing this year and not canceling for 2 straight years. So it's great that these kids are as excited about it as we are. And a turnover, and then they turn it over right back again. And Nicholson does not finish, but we'll go to the line for 2. So Gentry Leeds given Moncton some good minutes here with the team being a little bit banged up and undersized and whatever tonight. So Gentry a grade 10 player. And you were trying to show me something and I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was irrelevant at that point.
Okay, no worries. As many things that come out of your mouth.
I'm trying. well done.
Speaking of Gentry lead, another hustle play there, sneaking in for that offensive rebound.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check in on YouTube every once in a while to see how things are going.
Yeah, I'll have a look at we should actually have a look at those comments every now and then. Sneaking through to the hoop again is Dustin Barry, who's been the best player on the floor for Trimble tonight. Not even close. Even when he makes mistakes,
It was just cool.
handles it cool, right?
It was cool. Inadvertent whistle, my mistake. Calm down. Let's get back to it.
Moncton now up 14, 9-10 clock running. Gentry lead. Nice pass. Nicholson doesn't finish through contact though. Trimble has a chance to run. And a solid kick out there for a 3 that goes from Dustin Barry. And a really nice pass there. Kick to the corner.
Great up and under move.
From Enzo Romana. Got the numbers a little bit mixed up on Trimble a little bit here, so pardon me, but Enzo with a nice pass in the corner for the 3 and another 2. So here come the Trojans, only down 9 now.
Single digits.
8.5 minutes. Clock running.
Bench getting a little amped up. That's what you said. There's a psychological part to that 10 points, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. Nicholson collects and doesn't finish again. Dick Steves indicates a push there, so 9-point game. And Enzo gave Trimble a couple of good minutes there, did a couple of good things. RJ needed just a quick breather for one of his guys. Went to the bench for a young guy, and he went in and gave him a couple good minutes. And there goes Dustin Barry again. Knocked out of his hands, but they'll retain possession. Still 19 seconds left, plenty of time. And that was not the play that they were supposed to run, but it worked out. Lucas Crossman up to Avery Hopper. And Trites kicks it to Hopper. Van Wart has to put one up. Almost banks it in. Collected by Nicholson. And McGovern
nice move.
skips to the hoop and can't finish. And rebounded by Van Wart. Dustin Barry is going to attack, and oh, look at that footwork from Annevert. And Barry respects the game. Game recognizes game there. He went and helped him up, said, man, you got me.
Yep.
Well done.
Got me that time.
Yep. That was a biggie.
This is a great matchup, these two.
I love it. They play super hard, both of them. Pierrick puts his head down and goes, doesn't finish, almost collects, bounces back out to Annevert. He's going to pop one. Rebounded by Hopper. Trites, another opportunity for Trimble to bring it closer. Passes up a 3, Van Wart inside with a baby hook. Misses everything, but collected inside again. Van Wart again. Kicks it out to the 3-point line. Hopper for 3, and it goes down. Back to 6.
We've got a game, ladies and gentlemen.
And maybe
We've
the
got a
lack,
game.
and maybe this lack of depth is now catching up to Moncton High. Maybe the conditioning level of these guys with so many minutes today.
I don't want to say I said it, but
You said it. And that was a real nice screen roll. Big guy to big guy. Nicholson.
well, and that's it too. Like when this happens, you got to just get back to the basic stuff.
Yep.
We're still up. They still need to beat us. We're still winning.
And there's not an unlimited number of timeouts, so a
Right.
veteran squad's got to do it on the floor on the
Yep.
fly. You can't. Every time there's a run, you can't look to the bench. Nicholson squeezes it. Couple big plays from him, and the lead's back to 8. Hanover, the shot's blocked. Couple rejections in there from Crossman tonight.
Yep. Protecting that paint.
Got some long arms and good instincts. Makes up for lack of height in there with those guys, and we're gonna go to a timeout. And this is, you're right, it's a game. I'm loving it. You called it at the start of this fourth quarter. Looked like maybe it was out of reach for Moncton, but you're smarter than the rest of us, my man. You saw it coming.
That's a setup. I'm
Moncton's
gonna fall for it.
But not only we've mentioned this the other two games too. The thing you got to keep in mind for this the rest of this fourth quarter, it's not just about tonight's game. The tiebreaker, and those come into play
Yep.
in short tournaments. The tiebreaker is points for and against.
Right.
If it comes down to a three-way tie.
Yep.
So, and that could happen. Like I say, short tournaments, you can get all sorts of wacky stuff happening. So.
Yeah, and there's multiple days, multiple matchups, right? Anything can happen. So
Yep.
you want to make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance,
Mhm.
that no matter what happens, you're in good shape.
Yep. Norval McConnell, you can see on the screen, prowling the sidelines for Moncton High as the assistant. Adding,
Just the legendary
little-
status in the gym tonight is phenomenal.
I can't believe we didn't mention Norval until now. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, that's you.
That is definitely on me. Past chairman of the tournament, past, I don't know, local bon vivant, Norval McConnell.
Yeah.
He is.
You can just say the man.
He's the man. Capital T, capital M. Absolutely.
People will understand. You just say the man.
And more good stuff from, excuse me, more good stuff from Gentry Leet, the grade 10. And Neil described him as super athletic but super out of control.
My favorite thing
Because-
that Neil said about him
Yeah.
was the fact that there's no one more dedicated to getting better.
Yep.
What a great
Thing for your coach to
compliment
say
from
about
your
you.
coach. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's obviously, and it's obviously paying off. He said the game, he said he was moving. Oh, man, nice finish from Pierrick. And he's banging his knee now. He's had a tough night from floor abuse.
Right. They're fighting.
Oh, if that would have gone, that would have been big. But the swelled back up to a 12-point lead. But and there goes our man. Boy, that would have been
great pass.
another
too.
great pass too. And Taylor McGovern wants that one back. Miller out top.
Yeah,
Crossman.
I highly doubt McGovern's going to miss too many of those.
Good kick out. 1-2 pass. There it is. Wide open three. Oh, if one of these has gone down. Trimble just missing that one little shot here the last few possessions to squeeze a little bit closer. Still extending the defense. Needs to be rebounded, but nobody weak side. They were scrambling a little bit, didn't get to their box outs. They double teamed the wrong guy, I think, but no, Leet misses. Chases down his own board. Gives it to McGovern. He squeezes down the baseline. Not there. Swings to Leet. He's going to attack and then back out.
Great
nice
ball
pass.
movement.
That deserves to go in.
Great ball movement by
Yep.
Moncton High.
They deserved that, but basketball gods weren't in their favor. Trimble, oh, nice look inside. That's going to be another three, but comes up short. Avery Hopper made one earlier, made a big one. They just can't get these. They've had a lot of threes. available to them the last few possessions. Just haven't gone down. And a nice, really nice drop there by Austin Trites, knocking it out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock for Moncton High, 12-point lead. Looking to put this game away. And we're going to discuss, it's become time to discuss player of the game. And we will do so the next whistle. There it is. Leet. I don't think it's definitely Anivert for Moncton High. And I would say Dustin Berry for Harrison Trimble.
That's who I have picked.
There's really, I don't think there's any discussion needed.
That's who I have picked on both sides as well.
Well, we are in full and complete agreement. Some special notice, I think, goes out on either side, though. I think Leet deserves some notice for the game he's played.
Right.
Been really good in the second half. And Evan Aru gave him some nice minutes. Nicholson's been big inside, obviously. So they got some contributions down some guys. And Trimble, I think Trimble's got to take a lot away from this, this game. A young team, inexperienced. Didn't have a huge expectation coming into the week maybe, but this is a solid first showing against a veteran Moncton High team. So, and he's coaching, RJ has said, Ryan Johnson said he's coaching to next year. And when you look at the guys they got coming back next year, they got Dustin Berry coming back. And they've got Tower, and they've got Crossman, who's only in grade 10. The long arm number 14 there has blocked some shots inside. So yeah, they've got some potential. So they're working towards next year with a couple of these big guys. So yeah.
And
it's a solid showing by Trimble.
I've noticed that, like, from what I've seen so far, anyway, that the JV circuit is pretty tight this year. Like,
it is.
So like he's going to have some guys coming up.
Reinforcements. Yep.
To replace some of the guys he's going to lose. So.
Yep. So this is going to be the final push for Trimble here. They got to create some turnovers and get a couple of those shots that drop that have not been dropping the last few minutes. They got caught on some screens there, but no harm done. Oh, and a spin baseline by Nicholson and a nice find. Trimble recovers well, and look at that step in from Barry. He's going coast to coast for the lay-in. And now they've got to extend a little bit. You got to think Barry's going to try to be getting into Anivert's shorts a little bit here, and another clip screen. He's going to earn another offensive foul. And again, I would put that on Anivert both times.
Yep.
He's been attacking before his man set, and Nicholson's not, he's a big dude. He's not the most fleet of foot.
Right.
You got to make sure he's got his feet set.
And I mean, him getting there isn't his job.
Mm-hmm.
His job is to be there. You have to do the job of making sure that you wait till he's there.
Yep.
He doesn't have the work to do. He's just got to get there and set the screen. You're the one that has to make a smart decision on how you're going to use it.
Yep.
And right now, if you're not going to make a smart decision with Dustin Berry guarding you, you're in trouble. You need to make good decisions
100%.
in that matchup
Yep.
on both ends.
Yep. And Anivert had a key knockaway there, but Nicholson, really another hustle play by Barry. He tricked a little bit Nicholson into making a pass to where he didn't want to go.
Right.
So Trimble's got another opportunity here. Miller working the baseline as Trites, and look at that look to Crossman, but it's blocked by Nicholson. Trites gets it back, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Trimble ball. And Ryan Johnson's going to cook something up in this timeout.
Yeah, so getting back to that conversation there, like with Dustin Berry right now, like regardless of how the team as a whole feels over there at Trimble right now, Dustin Berry has not accepted a loss yet.
Nope.
So you have to play this thing through if you're Moncton High. If you're the guards on Moncton High, you have a guy who still has it in his head that he can actually win this game for Trimble.
Those guys
have to play it through.
And those guys are scary for a team that, you know what I mean? If you're not a completely together team, and Moncton is kind of fractured, with guys on the bench. If you're not I don't normally I'd have 2, 3, 4 different guys out here on the floor with me.
Yep.
As Hanover probably would have 3, maybe
Yep.
probably 3 different guys on the floor with him right now.
Right.
You're kind of you got that little doubt in the back of your
Yep.
head. So if you can get a score here for Trimble, and really extend that defense, harass them into a turnover, this game isn't over. So they've hung around admirably, have the Trojans. I'm very impressed. I don't know if it has anything to do with the coaching. I mean, I don't know if you want to.
No, not doing that.
I can't draw you into a no.
Nope.
I can't do that.
Nope.
I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try
I know
again.
you're gonna try. I know you're gonna try all weekend. I planned for this.
Listen, I got through the RHS guys game without being a homer. I'm happy. Look at that well-executed play. And the grade 10, Lucas Crossman, knocks it in. That's a big shot for him from a grade 10 kid. Now this needs to be a stop. If this is a stop, then Moncton might get nervous. Nicholson, Leet, he's going to attack. Oh, just rims out, and big rebound from the grade 10 inside from Crossman. Barry, let's see what he creates. It's got to be a good decision here. Whoa, up through some hands is Avery Hopper. I didn't expect that. Through the arms, and that's a 6-point game. And you get a little more jittery if you're a Moncton High fan. Nicholson with the right decision. Let's find Anivert. Oh, that's a big one. Does not finish, and look at the box inside from Harrison Trimble. Now they got a chance to bring it down to a 2-possession game. Look at that cut. How big's the grade 10 been the last couple minutes?
Here we go.
Playing like a grade 12.
He's too new to be nervous.
You're not wrong. Sometimes that happens. They don't realize how big the moment is. Oh, look at that cut from Nicholson, and they just fell asleep a little bit back door. But you can't relax if you're Moncton. It's still a 2-possession game, so you can't relax. And how about the last few minutes of Lucas Crossman's Hub City debut? Big from him. Let's see what they've got cooked up for this against the zone. And that was just a terrible pass.
Yep.
Bad decision by Trites. And that's going to put them in a big hole now. Moncton's thinking, let's put this game away here on this possession. If I'm Anivert, I go back and get it. Oh, Veet on the attack. Good 1-2 pass. Look at that attack and right at the buzzer. Was it that late in the shot clock? Looked like it was.
Part of it too is, you got to if you're Harrison Trimble, you're playing against a veteran team. These guys are going to be patient in this situation.
They are.
Move the ball, make good decisions, right?
Yeah. And that was the key possession. Pierrick finishing at the buzzer there and grabbing that rebound, but he gets tied up, and we're going to have another timeout here. And the last hope of Harrison Trimble is getting a quick hoop and a turnover here against the Moncton backcourt. But when you're dealing with Anivert in the backcourt, that's
anything can happen out here right now.
It's a tall task for Trimble, though. So fans, listen, if you've enjoyed the live stream today, and I know that you have, don't laugh. You laughed.
I was thinking about something else from yesterday.
Tomorrow we got 3 more games. We got a men's game at 4 p.m. Moncton High against Sussex Regional High School. So that'll be an interesting matchup tomorrow morning. And that'll be myself and yours truly on the call tomorrow at 4. And then at 6 and 8, the McNaughton girls team will play Matthew Martin, who I'm excited to watch. We're really excited that Matthew Martin is participating on the girls' side this year. And Moncton High and St. Malachy's is the late game on the girls' side. And that's going to be a fun one. Moncton High is a strong girls' team, and St. Max has gotten off to a good start this year, so that's going to be a fun one. And, so I'm I'm excited about the week going forward, and I know
It's
you
gonna be a
are,
fun
Teo.
week. Oh, it's basketball all week, nonstop, live.
Yep.
I'm in.
Mm-hmm. See what RJ's cooked up here against the zone late. Similar to play to last time. Looking to the rookie, and he almost delivered again, and they maintain possession. Well done. Another last gasp here for them. And there's a three up by Trites, and it comes off the rim, and they're crashing again and maintain possession again.
Trumbull ball again.
Oh, they're making them work for it. So fans, tomorrow for the girls' games, I'll be joined by Megan Campbell. She's a JV coach at Moncton High and played at UMB, so that'll be fun. And there's the attack by our player of the game for Trimble. He's not backing down. He threw it up on the rim, and he followed his shot to Dustin Berry. And Trimble, you got to hand it to them. They played right to the end.
They fought this out.
Every possession.
Not a lot of people expected this game to be this close.
No, not at all. And I don't think if you're a Moncton High fan, you can go, well, we had guys out. I think this was a matter of Trimble brought their hard hat. I think they were gonna keep this close no matter what, with the attitude they came out with tonight.
Yeah. And I mean, to Moncton High's credit as well, they had to make some decisions where they said, okay,
Yep.
let's be veterans.
Yeah. Yeah, and they did. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm happy with both of these teams and the effort that they brought and the matchup that this created, because, I mean, this could have just been a takeoff, and nobody wants that, right? So
look at that look. Oh, pretty pass from Van Wert. Doesn't go, but they crash the boards again, and they're in another possession. Man, we've been down at this end of the floor for a while. Moncton High can just gain. Is the buzzer not gone yet? 4.8 seconds. And Trimble, though, again, these points matter in this situation. These playoff positions, they're going to try to score here with 1 second left. The plus minus, it matters.
it does matter.
And he's going to the line for two. So look at that. Coming out of this game with a -6. That is not a terrible scenario for this Trimble team, this young Trimble team. So lots to be impressed about, both ends of the floor. Barry at the line for another one. Enzo tried a shot at the buzzer, no good, but the game ends 67-60. Moncton High School opens the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic with a 67-60 win over the Harrison Trimble Trojans, and that was a story of a very, very scrappy team, not letting any possessions go against a veteran squad that's got big goals, both in this tournament and in the school year as a whole.
Absolutely.
So we'll wrap it up, fans, and this was a fun day, and it's only the first of many this week. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We hope you join us for the rest of the tournament. We're going to have a really good time. We're going to have a really good run of people helping me out up here in the booth doing these games, and we'll get better at people's names and, getting the DNA swag off your screen so you can see the game. We'll do that better tomorrow.
We'll do good things.
We'll do good things, we promise.
Tomorrow we're going to do good things.
We love you for watching. As Annevert deservedly collects his player of the game, and I'm going to stay on the air and because I want to see Barry get his, because we enjoyed the heck out of watching these two go against each other tonight. Get up there, Dustin Barry. Attaboy. Love it. Love it. And they both go and do a handshake at the other. It's like the end of a hockey game up here. I love it. All right, fans. Love you. See you tomorrow.